I would say white Christians, of which Donald Trump performs pretty well with, have abandoned sexual assault as a disqualifying factor for leadership, right? Some would say, if you look at Catholics, it was never a factor for.
The risk for a child being abused in a Catholic church is about 1 in 5,000, where the risk of a child being abused in a public school is about 1 in 1,000. So I hope that he's applying the same logic to public schools. But also this argument just has never really held water, because through a Christian and Catholic worldview, we can say that there is clear evil in the world and we have explanations for certain actions. But through an atheistic worldview, you actually don't have any justification for why we shouldn't abuse children, other than just like it's my preference not to, but anyone else's preference is just as valid.
Like, look at the data. I mean, I don't know what to tell people. The higher that you are in religiosity, and this is put together by self-affiliation, frequency of prayer, church attendance, and a bunch of other things, the higher that you are there, the more likely you are to say that government should do less to provide for people in need. It's actually like a direct.
Christians are much more likely to give to the poor and to volunteer than any other group of people. They're much more likely to volunteer. They give more annually. Christians are also twice as likely to adopt a child. The most day-to-day help for refugees and asylum seekers are through Christians and Christian organizations. And they're more likely to help incarcerated people, both while they're incarcerated and after they are, to help provide resources, to help find jobs and housing, etc. We also have to be honest when we look at data and analyze the reasons why we get certain results. So just because Christians don't want as much government intervention does not mean they don't want to help people. Christians are largely conservative, and conservatives are largely for small government. And they also recognize that certain programs that seek to help people, like welfare programs, actually do more harm than good.
Related to people understanding the disingenuous nature of you going to the pew every Sunday, praying for people, and then voting their rights away.
The Catholic Church is the largest non-government charitable organization. They give billions and billions of dollars worldwide each year, not to mention the Catholic Church literally built the hospital, like the concept of a hospital, the concept of a university, and today runs more charity than any organization in the world. I would like an actual example of a right that Christians are seeking to take away from anybody. But the overall point here is that atheistic philosophy cannot tell us why we even should give charity. This man is borrowing from the Christian worldview in order to condemn the Christian worldview, saying they're not doing enough, that we need to help everyone. But I would ask him why, through the atheistic philosophy, why we should help people. Because then it ultimately just comes down to preference at the end of the day. And some people's preference could be to help, and some people could not. And there's no room for anyone to say what is better through an atheistic worldview.